Hey everyone, and today I'm gonna go ahead and talk about level design a little bit. And what I mean by level design is, I guess dungeon, not really dungeon though. I guess I sort of mean the parts of the game that may or may not be important to the story. And in this little scenario here that I set up, it is a haunted factory. And the factory is haunted by the ghost of a summoner and whatnot, but he's protecting a treasure that the party needs. So to set up a scenario very similar to this, as you can see how when when the player gets close, you can kind of see a ghost figure kind of move around. And you also have these little spirit-like things kind of just floating around. But more so than that, we have a small picture here that's kind of shading the corners of the screen. And we also have on-screen enemies that once you kill them or whatever, they'll become like this little ghost thing for a little bit, and then they'll respawn back to where they were. That's kind of cool. That's just a personal touch. I really like the way that feels as a form of encounters. Another important thing is to add roadblocks. What I mean by roadblocks is like little sections to where you might have to either backtrack or find some important item. I'm not saying backtracking is good, but like if the player didn't know about a thing, or they just passed up a chest, or they didn't look everywhere, then they're missing some sort of a key item that might be required to continue on. And another thing I guess I could say in general level design, not just this scenario here, but in general, it is kind of a good idea to use the same map as much as you can, because it can save you on how many maps you need to make, and it still feels complete. So overall, you kind of want to give it a very ghostly feel, but if you're not making a horror game, then don't really give it jump scares or any horror game aspect. Just kind of have a little bit of spookiness for this kind of scenario with enemies that match the area. And I didn't do the boss cutscene that well, but that's simply because I already have a tutorial on how to do cutscenes, in my opinion. And yeah. So obviously, you know, make the boss scene a lot better than I did here. This is just sort of like a small little example. Like you find him and then he's like, okay, well, whatever, I'm gonna have to fight you, and you know, the generic RPG stuff. But that's pretty much all I have to say. So yeah, take it easy, guys. Bye.